Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Terrence Ray, and I'm back at you with another stock market open live, and we got about 5 minutes until the bell, to the opening bell, and it looks like the market is going to open down again this morning. Right now, we got the S&P futures down about 47 handles right here. We got the Nasdaq futures down over 1%, down 246 handles. The Dow futures are down 71 handles, um, and the Russell futures are down another 23 handles. Now, right away, um, Bitcoin is down as well. Bitcoin, let's pull up Bitcoin real quick. I don't talk a whole lot about Bitcoin, but I think I'm gonna start getting into it a little bit more. I had Bitcoin at some Fibonacci extension levels right up here. It got up to, what is that? One, we'll call it 108. It's really 107,999 up here, and it kind of pulled back a little bit. I do expect at some point for Bitcoin to go higher. So most people that trade Bitcoin and that are um that are in Bitcoin, they holding it for the long run. So you're not really dismayed by it, turning down a little bit. So it seems like, in my opinion, that Bitcoin is not acting any different than the regular market. Bitcoin is up. Seems like the market, now it does go up a little bit more when the regular market goes up, and then it goes down. It's not going down as much as the regular market. So I guess that's a fair statement. But it is moving. So we see the overall market down and Bitcoin is down as well. So it's not acting as a hedge, is what I'm really trying to say. Now we got the forward slash ZB, the bonds look like it up maybe a tick, and it look like the notes are up a tick, which is, I do have a bullish bond position. So we'll go over that when the bell rings. Now, right away, before we get this opening bell, the expected move for the week is $104, right? That is a lot. That is more than what we've had for the past few weeks. So that is telling us is that, hey, um, put your seatbelt on this week. We're gonna see a lot of, so basically the option market is pricing in a large move this week, either way, whether it be to the downside or to the upside, either way, pricing in a large move. Now it looks like when we get this bell in about 1 minute, half of that move is gonna open up, because it's gonna open up. Right now we're at 49 handles on the S&P 500 futures. That's about half of 100, right? So half of that move is going to be done in the opening minute. So it's going to gap down, and we should see the market somewhere right around here when it opens up, and then we'll see what we get, after that. Right away, what I'm looking to do, to be honest with you, I'm thinking about scalping something to the upside. And if I do scalp something, it's going to be in forward slash. We'll do the micro Russell if I do something, right? And I can see it. And there we go. So if I do something right here, it's going to be, I'm going to take a shot. Let's see. Really what I'm saying is, do I expect to get a move to the upside at some point today? So if I was to buy, because I'm not going to short down here, and I'm thinking about scalping, right? So I would buy here, and thinking that maybe we'll get a up move sometime today. I don't need a big move. and you may not get it because I'm looking at this right here. See this long candlestick? This is a minute. This is a minute chart. So we'll see what it looks like. I mean, if I pull the trigger during the live stream, and sometimes I just want to do stuff just to just to make the stream worth it. Do a live trade. Now I pop this out because I got another monitor over here. So I'm gonna look at that. That way I can see it while I'm talking to you guys. Then we're gonna go look at some other stocks. And then I have this on my other monitor. And when I get ready to do it, that way I can glance over here and still see that. Go look at the if I got any comments. So just multitasking. Now, I popped that window out. I got that over there at my other screen on my other monitor. So a lot of times you guys see me looking over a certain way. That's what I'm looking at. Now we'll pull up these other positions I have. I got the IWM and the TLT. Let's go look at, here's the TLT. And it's actually up. These are the bonds. This is the ETF of the 20-year Treasury bond ETF. And you can see here we are. Looks like the market is trying to make a bottom right here, like it may round off, but we'll see. So all I did, like I said, you guys know from last week, I got a put spread right here. Really, my short strike is right here at the money at 85. So we just looking to see if 85 is going to hold, and we'll see if we get a little pop up here. Let's go look at IWM, which is the ETF of the Russell, which is what I'm looking at. It already shot up on the minute chart. So we're looking at the IWM open with a gap down. Here we go, looking at it right here. Now let's see. We got a gap right here. I think I went over this gap last week, so I would think that this would be a support level right here where this gap is. We'll see if the market is gonna hold. I like to use gaps as support and resistance. So a lot of times when I find gaps in the market, I would do something like so, highlight them, and then I look for the market to hold in those positions. Now, if I would have, I didn't, but I'm gonna pull this back over here so you can see. Here's that 1 minute chart of the micro Russell, which is I'm looking at the ETF here. You can see, look at that support level, look like it's holding, and you can see it's starting to go up. I'm still not gonna buy them right here, and we're not gonna do that. Let's go take a look at, even though it is up and it looked like it's gonna move up. So let's go look and see if we can. I got a news thing pulled up over here as well. I think I'll come back to that later. I can hear my computer trying to work. Let's go see if we can find something else to trade, guys. You can see the Dow futures have turned green. Let's go take a look at the VIX. It's hard to look at a chart of the VIX, but you can see it gapped up right here. Here's volatility gapping up and going higher. Now we got a VIX that's over 20, which is pretty that's a big move in volatility. So right away, options, when you get moves like this in volatility, you want to be looking to sell options. Let's go look at Tesla. Tesla got a 2% move to the downside. Even though the candlestick is green, that's because it gapped down. It is down on the day. So we can see it. Tesla kind of moved up here on my Fibonacci extension level. It got almost to the last level that I trade to. I never trade to this one, which I should just take it off, but I never really trade to this level right here. The level that I trade to is that 500 level. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and take that off now. I just kind of look at it, but I don't trade. I normally trade to the 423. And as you can see, it got right there. If I can. Now all I did was highlight it. Is it gonna let me? I'm double clicking on it and it ain't letting me when I want to do it during the live stream. You ain't gonna act right. So I'll do it later. But anyway, you can see a lot of times this is how I trade when I trade to these levels or I trade in between them. Like if I'm here and it's going down, I trade to this level and I use them as support and resistance levels. So you'll see these up on the chart. Like I had one up on Bitcoin. You look at it. See, it got all the way up to this one, but we didn't make this last level. So I do think Bitcoin is going to make another run at it up to 117 at some point, right? Maybe not right now. Another thing that I wanted to talk about when it comes to Bitcoin is, when I talk to people and they ask, what do you think about Bitcoin? And the thing about it is, it's kind of hard to tell what Bitcoin is going to be like in the future because right now you can't short Bitcoin. You can only buy it and then you can take profit, but you can cover. So meaning like you can buy it and when it goes up, you can sell it, like close your position. But you can't short Bitcoin. Like I can't come in here and take a short position in it. I think I don't know if we ever will be. As long as they have it where you can only buy it, then I do think that it can continue to go higher to, whatever. But because you can't short it. Like I can come in here and I can short the stock market. I can short the S&P 500 futures, but you can't short Bitcoin. And when I say short, if you don't know, man, like I can't bet against it going this way. I can only bet that it's going to go up. And until you can truly bet again, until you can take a position on the opposite side, you'll never know what it's going to be. Like I can come in here and gold right now. Let's pull up gold futures. Here are the gold futures / GC. I could come in here and buy gold. I can hit the ask and I can buy it, right? I can short it. You can't do that in Bitcoin, not right now. So until we get the ability to be able to do that, you'll never know exactly what what it's gonna be. So with that being said, we pulled up Tesla. Tesla is continuing to go down. We're gonna take a let's look at Microsoft. This is one of those days that we're either gonna chop and go sideways or we're gonna be neutral. I mean, or we're gonna go down. I don't see the market reversing and turning over. Uh, Not yet. It does look like the bonds. So see the bonds will begin to turn down. See? So this looks like we're gonna be like we're gonna continue to slide a little bit. Look at the IWM. You can see probably we'll get down into this little area and fill this gap. I still have, I'm still watching over here in my other monitor right here, the Russell. And you can see, I'm glad I didn't buy it up. See, it started to turn and roll over. So in today's market, if you're doing any scalping, in my opinion, you got to be to the short side. Now I'm gonna come over here on this little part right here on the Tasty Trade platform, click on watch list, and we'll look at hourly top equities. And this is just gonna show me the equities that have been traded the most inside of the Tasty Trade platform. And you can see I think it's about 25 stocks. Out of these 25, 23 of them are all red. The only ones that are slightly blue, we got Netflix. Let's take a look at Netflix. Netflix got a little bit of a green candle going. So maybe, you found some support right here. Let's look at Palantir. I actually was looking at Palantir yesterday before the games came on. I cranked up the monitor and looked at Palantir. You see, I got a level down here for Palantir right around $60. I do think Palantir will make it down right around to this level. Let's put my indicators up. We'll just look at it. We can see on the stochastic that it is uh, oversold. Let's look and see when they got earnings on February 3rd. And you got an IV rank of 91. You had to be careful about doing so because if I was going to place a trade in Palantir, I would do it in February monthly, but we got earnings on February 3rd. So anytime you see something like that, that means you're going to be trading through earnings. So these options are not going to, you're not, the volatility in here isn't going to contract, at least not before earnings. Um, do something like a strangle, maybe come out here. It's a lot of juice in these options. You can literally sell one standard deviation. These are a blue dotted line. That's one standard deviation. And then the second blue dotted line is two standard deviations. So you would come out here, here, and if you put that in, you could collect about 224 in credit. Buying power is $1,600. Like I said, I try to stay away from doing trades like that, and you have earnings coming up. Let's see. Now, what I do if I want to see stocks with IV rank that's doable, like that's 30 and above, that doesn't have earnings, I already have that set up here. Like if you look at the screen, come over here to filter, and you could look if you can see over here. I got show all, and then I also have clicked exclude earnings within range, and then my range is 0 to 35 days. So this list is not going to show me any stocks that have earnings within 35 days. My IV rank filter is 30 to 100. And like right here, it's just going to say if you click this dot, any IVRs that's greater than 100, you want to see those too. Um, and I don't have, and I click that. You can click that or unclick it. It's just not going to show you 101 or 102, which would be really extreme. You come down here to last price. So that's the last price up and right up here. And I got 1 to 50. Right. So I'm trading relatively small stocks. That way I can do naked trades if I want to. Um, and it not be a whole, the buying power don't be real high. You can move that depending on the size of your account. If you're going to do some naked trades like selling puts, selling calls, doing strangles, and volume, no maximum limit. So I don't care about the volume. And the liquidity rating, I have all of them clicked because then I know how to change. I know how to look and see if it's liquid or not. But if you don't want to have illiquid stocks, you can take this dot off, take that dot off, and just use 3 stars and 4 stars. But I don't mind seeing that. So, and then I come here, and then that's that. And I click on auto refresh. So this right here is going to show me none of these stocks are going to have earnings within 35 days. They got them within 45 days, as you see, but not within 35. So, and also the watch list that I am weeding out or weeding through is high options volume. So I already see the stocks that have high options volume. And then I could come up here if I want and kind of like set them the way I want. And right away, you can see plug is only a $2 stock. So that's not one. Uh, let's look at it. I know a lot of day traders trade plug, but I just don't see, like, I don't see it where, if it's any, if it's any bang for your buck. If you're gonna trade plug, you just trade it outright. In my opinion, you either buy shares or, you're not gonna get anything for the options. Like you see, You can do something like a covered call, but you're not gonna get anything for selling options here because it's so cheap. So let's go back to now another way around that. I'll show you guys something else. Um, let's go back to that watch list. I could come here, go to filter, and last price where I got one. Let's put 5. Now that's gonna cut out super cheap stocks. So now we don't have $2 stocks on there. Cut those out. Now let's move it again. This right here where it says IV index 5-day change. When I move that to like so, it's showing me the implied volatility index on stocks that have gone up in the last 5 days. That's letting me know that volatility has expanded. And when it expands, I want to sell it and try to make money when it contracts. So let's go look at Riot. We got Riot. And you can see Riot is sitting right here, kind of like in no man's land. Let's hide everything, make it easier to see. You see it's kind of like just chopping. Like we got a small pattern. Let's start a trend line here. Let's draw another trend line here. Go like so. And we got a lot of times when I see the pattern like that, when I start seeing stocks in a pattern, we look for a break in either direction. You either get one break to the downside or you get a chop and you break out to the top. In the meanwhile, you just get it going side to side. You got an IV rank of 46. If you think it's going to stay within that range, we can come in before earnings and you can do a cheap strangle in here. Collect 137, buying power 839. That's not too bad. Or you just sell I'd rather sell that put right there. But I don't like putting up 908 buying power for just 92 cents. I like to at least get a buck when I'm selling options. All right, guys, let's make a trade. let's get, all right, we're gonna come in. I'm gonna buy the Russell, the micros. Hit right here. Boom. We in there just that fast. I seen what I wanted to see and clink clink, we there. Now, I did that. I'm gonna show you what I looked at. I looked to the left, seen here's the chart, pull this out. All I did was I got a bull flag. I got here, here, here. Let me make this big. That's a bull flag for me. Now, I could be wrong, and I'm cool with being wrong. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is let's set up, let's get our levels straight. We either gonna make some money or we gonna lose some. That's all right with me. Here, here, here. See it hit the first level. That's the second level. That's the third level. We're gonna get out of this trade at 21.89 or yeah, 21.89. So let me drop this, get this down, come over here to positions. I'm gonna bracket this order. So you guys get to see me do this live. Yeah. We'll move this over so I can look at it and see. Now, all I'm gonna do is because when I hop off this live stream, I'm gonna finish drinking my coffee and then I'm gonna go work out. But while I work out, I have my stops in. So when it goes to a certain level, if I'm wrong, it's gonna stop me out. Where I won't lose a whole bunch of money. So let's go. Let's create a bracket order. What did I say? I'm gonna close out at 20. 2189. What, 39 bucks? Just a little something to do while I'm on the live stream. Where to stop at? My stop is gonna be below 2172. So we'll call it here. Uh, so it's almost a risk one to make one, to be honest with you. There's my stop, and there's my take profit. And it's just something to do while I was on the live stream. Now that those are the micros. So if you have a small account, you can do this trade at your own risk, right? Ain't no guarantees, but 39 bucks, 44 bucks. And I like to put something on if I'm gonna do a live stream just so you guys can see now. Let's go send it. Now you can see it working, right? So I just put that trade on. Now what you'll see is I'm gonna pull that screen back over it that I was looking at. Guys see that? See this level right here? Now I set that, meaning it's a bracket order. So what's gonna happen is when the market, either the market is gonna go here or it's gonna go here. If it goes here, it'll close the whole order out, flatten me out, and then take profit. If it goes here, it'll flatten me out and then take profit. And that's that. I don't have to sit here and watch it. And then I'm able to go look. So we got about 3 trades on right now. We got an iron condor and IWM. We bought these outright, these micro E-mini Russells futures. Now, the only thing about these /M2K, this is the same as RTY. Here's the Russell Index futures, but these are about 10 times larger. So meaning on the ones that I just did, M/M2K, with these being micro, this is basically, these right here are basically divisible by 10. So basically, if I make $39 on this one, if I would have bought it on this one, I would have made $390. But I also would have, like, my stop loss is gonna take me out at 44 bucks. Over here, my stop loss would have been 440 bucks. So all I did was trade something smaller just so I can put something on. I seen something that looked like I would trade it, and I just wanted to throw something on the live stream, right? Not a big risk at all. You can't afford to lose, you know, 40, 50 bucks. Then you really can't afford to trade at that point. So that's that, guys. So once again, we'll recap what's going on. Uh, I do think that the market opened lower right here. You can see right here, and right here what this gap is, and this gap is acting as support. At least I think it will for the day. Now it could pull back up into here, and then maybe by the end of the day, go on and go down some more. But I do think we'll get a little pop right here, and the market will pull back a little bit. And then there's that. Now with my iron condor that I have in IWM, it is a neutral position. I'm out 39 days. And I just want to see the market oscillate back and forth in between here. That's all I want to see. And you can see I'm still outside of Tasty Trades expected move right here. And I like that. That's lovely. So we're just going to sit there and we want to see what the market just go back and forth. I don't care if it go up or down. It can sit here and do this for the next 10, 15 days. Then I'll probably be able to close this trade out for profit. All right, guys. Hopefully you got something out of this video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video, and make sure you got that bell notification on so you know when I'm coming on live. I do like to do trades live to show you guys that I'm really trading and right now, you can see here's that trade right there. It's actually up about 14 bucks so far. Hopefully it get up to the level where I need it to, and then it'll close out. Then maybe I'll do a video tomorrow or later in the week and recap that scalp. I'll go over with you guys what I seen that made me want to trade that. We'll talk about it. With that being said, guys, I am out. Peace.